Hi, my name is Emily Dietrich and I am a senior writing and linguistics major on the Armstrong campus of Georgia Southern University. My research project is combating elitism in nonprofit organizations and increasing volunteer retention rates. After working in the nonprofit sector for 3 years, I started to notice a few commonalities that I believe should be addressed across all nonprofits. As a volunteer coordinating assistant, I've noticed that it's increasingly difficult to maintain regular volunteers. And regular volunteering means improving community outreach, maximizing funding, and increasing the longevity of a nonprofit organization. Moreover, I really wanted to draw attention to the relationships between administration and staff along with unpaid volunteers, and why volunteer needs matter more than ever before. My overall goal of this project was to encourage administrative reform in the nonprofit sector and create volunteer-centered operations. One of the main problems when talking about nonprofits is that small nonprofits often operate independently and may not have their 501c3 status, and very few report their volunteer rates because of lack of funding, along with administrative and time limitations. However, I found that only 55% of nonprofit organizations actually measure and record their volunteer data, which means 45% or 675,000 nonprofits out of 1.5 million registered organizations are not keeping track of their volunteer statistics. Moreover, if you look at the chart when talking about how often people regularly volunteer, we're really only seeing people getting out monthly, annually, or biannually, possibly quarterly. There's very few that actually come more than once per week or weekly at that. On the part of volunteers, however, I found that individuals often cited a lack of time, which is often their greatest barrier to becoming a regular volunteer. And because so many organizations operate on a schedule that is not conducive to a working adult, it's no wonder why people often can't get out and volunteer, especially during the week, and might have to just go on weekends and maybe not even that. I propose that we start at the top and work our way down the chain of command. It's not a secret that executive directors and high administration in larger nonprofit organizations make six-figure or greater salaries, which makes donors question whether their dollars are going to the right part of the organization that they wish for them to go to. There's a level of trust we place in nonprofits, especially in our time of need, and regaining that trust after incidents like the American Red Cross and the missing $500 million of donations to Haiti after the earthquake in 2010 can be difficult to get rid of, and people aren't going to ignore them. To combat these negative stigmas around nonprofits, administration has to have an understanding of what motivates volunteers. Appreciation. Recognizing and rewarding volunteer efforts often gets swept under the rug while other aspects of the organization are prioritized over it. We need to equip volunteers with the tools they need to be successful and for our organization to be as transparent as possible. Mutual appreciation can rid nonprofits of elitist attitudes that upper-level management may hold while developing a foundation of trust with volunteers that is bound to spread throughout the community.